Hi everybody, it's Julia here and I am back with a new scrapbook process video. Or three, actually. Two and a half? I don't know how you call it. We're going to start making some pages for my like field trip or outings album, where I want to make scrapbook pages about the places that we go and visit, just like, over the day we go to see what it is, sort of like we do a lot of those kind of outings or field trips or whatever you want to call them. And I realized I don't scrapbook events that we can call this is, and I don't scrap birthdays or stuff like that at all, and I want to change that. I think this is an album that would be really fun to look through and see where we went and what we did. So this is one day. That is one double page, and that is the first event, quote unquote, and then the other one later on. So the first we went was to Eskurtsby, and I have so many photos, so I thought I'm going to make a double page so that one is like a scrapbook page, quote unquote, and then I have one with more photos. To make all of these sort of feel cohesive and all of that, I am going to use very limited supplies and use those on all three of the pages. So I decided to go with Maggie Holmes because I love Maggie Holmes. So the green paper is from Bloom, and then this wood grain paper is from the Confetti line. And I'm just going to, okay, my plan was that this green paper I feel goes really well with this first event, quote unquote, because we're out on the farm, it is a lot of green and we have a lot of rustic wood buildings and all that, so I think that without adding too much I can still get a feel for that using that a bold green and the wood grain. I also wanted to add in more flowers because I love flowers and leaves and all of that. So these flowers are from one of those coloring books, okay? It was a big thing, everybody got coloring books, and I got them from my little sister, and I was like, I don't like them. Sitting down in color when I myself is making art and color and illustration and all that, I almost took that as an insult. Um, but I got one book was like vintage wallpaper design made black and white, and one of those were these roses, so I just cut them out and they were perfect for this. So I can add the colors or the texture and elements that I want, but since they're black and white they don't take up that much space and weight on the page, but I still can get that sort of look. So I'm going to use them on these double page, but also on the other layout I'm going to make that happen after this event. Okay, so my plan is that this double page have a little bit of an older feel, um, and also have a little bit classier, very simple, just to let all of the photos show really. So I'm using the gold sentiment thickers and I'm going to glue them down. I did that. And then I'm going to add my date, I'm going to add some journaling and then some Heidi Shine, and that's it. So it's a really simple pages. I don't know how you say that when you have two, there's one, it's a double page. So I'm just going to write where we went, why we went, and who we were, sort of. Sort of why we decided to go there was my suggestion, and then the other place we went to after was Stina's suggestion. And we are my family, or our family, and their family. We do these kind of trips quite often, a few times a year, and it's really nice. And that's sort of most of these scrapbook pages I'm going to make for this album is a lot of those outing we make together. So adding some Heidi Shine, and I'm going to concentrate those in the flower clusters, sort of. And yeah, I really like it. It's really light and simple, this page, and I think it really works with the photos. So that is done. And here is a look how they look together. I think it really worked out great. The wood really goes well with the green and all of that. So on to the problem. So after that we went to another farm, yard, whatever. Um, and I wanted to have that feeling like we are on this, it's the same day, but it's completely different places and completely different feels of the places too. So I'm going to bring in another paper, but still going to use the elements I used on the other page. So I wanted to use this black and white sort of flourish paper from Maggie Holmes Confetti, and I cut that at an angle, and I'm going to put that on the bottom left, like so. And then I'm going to work with the green and then with the wood, but I'm going to change out my thickers and make it a bit more graphic looking. So I'm going to put down my paper and that green just to sort of lighten it up, to bring in the green from the other pages, but also the green in the photo. So I can just say, like, at a footnote, is that when I first saw that green paper, I was like, I'm not going to use that, never. I ended up buying 2 of them and I have nothing left. I really like that green paper. So yeah, I'm a green girl, I suppose. But I like green a lot. That stamp next stop is from Felicity Jane. I thought that was really fitting here. It's like this layout is going to come right after the other 2, and it says next stop, so it's, yeah, you know. So I thought that was fitting. I'm going to add some photo corners here. And then I'm going to work on my title. So these are some Black Fitzgerald, and ideally I would have liked to use them for my whole title, but I have like not that many left from them. So I'm going to use them for brunch, and that really adds to the a bit more contemporary and graphic looking. And then I'm going to use this campfire. It brings in the wood, it's a bit bigger font, but I really like that. So I'm going to write the name of the farm or yard or whatever with these, and then I'm going to add the @ sign. And I thought I wanted to be like brunch at Scott God, but I didn't want it too long. But I like the @ because it really makes it like this is now, it's 2016, it's not 70, 54, whatever the other farm was from. So it's really like this is now and that was then. And then I think it's a bit weird with the title over the photos, and I think this is a great chance to bring in some more of that pattern graphic look. So I'm going to add some washi tape, and I'm going to add that under the photos to make some repeat of the pattern. So this page is a bit more of a classic scrapbook. It's a bit more, just more in general, but yeah, I really like how this one turned out too. It has a different feel than the others, but it's using the same elements, and I think when you flip through the album, it's quite clear that these 2 go together, that they are from the same day, but they were at different places and we did different things at them. I really hope that comes across. So I'm using my flowers again. I really wished I had more of these. They were really fun to work with. And I mean, you could obviously color them in. It's a coloring book. But I like how they feel black and white. Yeah, I really do. So, but I don't have anything left. I used them all up. And I think that's really, as a scrapbooker, we sometimes feel like, oh, it's so pretty, I want to use it, but I'm really working hard on not to think like that, but to work with what I have and use them, and then when I go back and look at the page, I think those look really nice there. So yeah, I'm going to add some Heidi Shine, I think, and then I'm going to add add my journaling, and that is it, I think. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have liked these process videos, 3 in 1 video. I hope it gave you some tips and ideas on how to link together different events, and I hope to see you soon.